Mac and cheese Primavera. Two of my favorite spring recipes are mac and cheese and pasta Primavera, a longtime favorite of mine. So I'm mashing up the two and making mac and cheese Primavera. How good does that sound? I'm adding some vegetables to a pot containing butter and oil. I just cut a bunch of asparagus into about 2-inch pieces, and then I'll add some broccoli florets. Primavera, of course, means spring, so I'm using spring vegetables. And I also like to add garlic and green onion. I'll just scrape them in. And for color, I'm adding some red bell pepper. Not exactly a famous spring vegetable, but sometimes I like to throw a little color in there just for fun. I'm gonna stir it around just a bit, and I'll add some salt and pepper. Simple seasoning. Spring vegetables don't need much. I'm gonna stir and cook the veggies in the butter and oil for a few minutes. Okay, these veggies look gorgeous. They're still nice and crisp, but they're starting to turn really bright green. I'm gonna add ½ cup of white wine. You can skip the wine and add broth if you prefer. And I don't wanna cook the vegetables too much, so this is a pretty quick moving recipe. So next comes 2 cups of whole milk. Spring is not the time to skimp and use fat-free milk in your recipes. And then about ½ cup of heavy cream, salt and pepper. And this sauce is gonna take a little bit of time to get hot and start to bubble up. So I'm gonna grab another spring veggie out of the freezer. Frozen peas. You can use fresh peas if you have them. I rarely have fresh peas. There's something about my soil that is not conducive with growing peas. I'm just fine with the frozen, and I just pour them right in. I'm cheating a little bit on the sauce, and I'll show you how. It's really easy. First, I'm gonna put some cheeses into a bowl. I've got a generous cup of white cheddar and a generous cup of fontina. Now, by cheating, I mean I'm gonna use cornstarch to help thicken the sauce rather than make a white sauce and take all that time. 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and then I'll just use my fingers. Okay, the cheese is totally coated, and the sauce is now bubbling away, which means it's hot enough to add the cheese. So I'm gonna add just a handful at a time, and I'll stir it lightly and make sure it all gets incorporated. Look at how thick this got already. It looks beautiful. Needs a little more pepper. I like to see those little flecks. And before I stir in the pepper, I'm gonna go ahead and add the macaroni. And for the macaroni, I'm using little shells. Now, drum roll, please. I'll turn the heat off under the sauce. Holy moly, it looks so good. The little shells are just capturing that sauce. So to finish it off, I like to sprinkle on green onions just all over. Okay, there it is, mac and cheese Primavera.